Move your leg around. See how you're free? But if I go here, ow.
My phone saves me.
So, but it's the same, that's the sweep. It's that same sweep. That's what keeps the guy from moving the arm bar, the triangle, the sweep. So when he, catch me in that leg lock again. One more. Once I get, I'll create that space. And see, and I got that in here. Now, before I put that pressure on there, move your hip around or try to push, whatever. But when I get to here, whether I go here, here, and I start putting pressure there, I'm starting to get control of it, you know? And that whole hip bone there. And then when you now try to push your hip through, that's allowing me to control that hip and make that hip go in the direction that I want it to go. Okay. So you need that scissor. You need that scissor to hold this steady.
Probably where I felt awkward trying to get him all the way back that way.
Right. And then so it really wants to crank.
Kind of like you do baseball.
Right. Okay, so let's say he's got it. He's got the position. All right. But I'm trying to keep him from getting my foot. He's got the position. But see, now I'm booted in. See, so I'm booted in too deep. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now he's trying to get that. Try to get that foot down. And I've got like maybe I control his sleeve or his elbow. And that, so now you try to get that where you can get that straight good. See? And I keep trying to work that knee in. See, because as this knee, if that knee crawls in,
There's no.
then even now, even if I let go, like there, so he'll try to, what would you normally think you'd try to do though? Try to get your hands together.
Yeah.
And when he gets his hands together, see, I can drive you away now. Because you weren't holding me back either. See that makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you
That's
cancel
the
that
whole
as you cancel that as
Right, so I just use my knee, I'm pushing away with it. So I'm holding that position. I've got too much of a boot. I'm controlling this leg. I like to control the elbow, but whichever one. And I'm trying to work that knee to the inside. Okay, so when I get right here, again, it doesn't matter if I'm doing it from pulling my hands backwards or push, I can push his hips this way or pull his hips this way. First time we pulled it. So this time, now when he goes to try to get it, I'm just gonna control one arm, one sleeve. I can even hold his gi. I don't like to hold his gi as much. I like the elbow. But anyway, so now you try to get it. He tries to get it, and see, but you feel. And here's what you can do though. This is what I like to do. Okay, I'll let you get your hands together. Okay, I'll go. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, it's killing me. It's killing me. He thinks he's doing really good. There's no pressure on my foot.
because of the knee.
It's stopping his hip. Where he's feeling pressure, instead of it going into his wrist, which would be causing me pain, it's going into my knee, which doesn't matter. So, but I don't want him to know that he sucks at it. You know, I want him to think, man, he's Jaybird, man, he's killing me. So go ahead, crank it real hard. I'm going, oh. And then at that point right there, that's when you push it. See, now I push him back. Now you can grab that gi. Now you can make your pass. See?
Yeah, I'm gonna bicep crunch.
Okay. So sometimes you can fake like he's really getting it good and getting really committed, and then you pass really easy because when he really commits, and then you let all that go, he just stretches himself to his back,
Right.
and then you end up in top position. Does that make sense? All right.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many times now I'm like, I've never seen any variation of that.
So a lot of times when I'm here and he's trying to do some stuff, the thing that a lot of people try to do is hide their foot under me. Because if they hide their foot under me, it's very difficult for me to get my hand underneath them. Need my wrist underneath here to make that break. Because if I don't have that wrist under there, well then I can't get no pressure, right? You see what I'm saying?
You got pressure that time with the elbow.
Yeah. See, so I can sometimes I'll just use my back, my lat muscle, and I'll catch it with my shoulder blade, or sometimes I'll just hide my elbow and then just push it from my hip. Okay, so I don't have to do that. Or what I like to tell people to do, the easiest way is instead of people try to go this way, and then he's fighting my hands up here. See, he's grabbing my gi, he's doing all this. Instead of jacking with him here or trying to get my under body, and if I come up, that takes pressure because now my hips can't go my hip needs to be here to be tight. For me to come up so that I can reach underneath, I have to loosen my own hip. Gives him an opportunity to escape. So just stay tight with it. And it's so simple, so stupid. He's trying to grab my hands, take my hand behind me, stay nice and low. Now the hand comes right where it was supposed to be. See, now it's under here. See, come from the front to the back. So instead of going from here to here, just go here. Yeah, go around. Okay? And then they go, so I'm here, and then that's gonna give me the good, like, heel lift angle. And they go, well, heel lifts are not legal. Okay, that creates a space. Now that's straight. See, that's a straight ankle lock. Because normally people go with an ankle lock this way. There's no rule that says I can't do it this way. See what I'm saying? That's just technicality. So I can come around this way, get this hand ready, run this arm underneath. It's still a straight ankle lock. See?
And they can't see it anyway.
Yeah, but even if he grabs my elbow, if I grab my elbow and pull it to you, what happens? Change the angle, pulling it to him now, since I'm in reverse, hurts his foot. If it doesn't relieve the pressure, he helps me increase it. Watch, you grab my elbow. You do it. No, yeah, let him do it. You can pull it. Pull my elbow towards him.
See it? Yeah, it's tightened up on my foot.
Pull it up.
Yeah, no, I see.
You don't have to see, just pull it, watch his face.
I got my tap hand ready.
Right, so watch. So he grabs my elbow. He thinks he's going to be clever. When he does, the harder he pulls, the worse it does. You know. So I can just stick it out there. Well, yeah, pull it, man. Help me out. It won't be. See here, if he grabs this hand here, he breaks the grip. It helps him. If he gets this elbow, if he can get that elbow, pull it that way, that helps him. But with the grip in reverse, see, now whatever he pulls that way,
It's tight before you
it's
even
too
do
tight.
anything.
Yep. See, so now I don't try to lift up or anything like that. I just want to look towards the door. See, so I just stay real tight, stay low, and look this way. Now it's super tight. Now watch this. I'm going to tighten this up just a little bit.
No,
Watch this.
it's already tight.
What, guys, I want to show you how little this is. All I'm going to do, I'm going to tighten it up. Now watch this. If I just take a deep breath, that's all I need to do. See?
Tight, man.
So if I'm here, if I just focus on that, and all I gotta do is expand my lungs, and that's enough to tap it. Okay, so super tight.
This laying on it hurt.
Right, okay, so it's a reverse straight, but it's still tight and still legal for what you guys are doing. I'm gonna show you this before I get out of here. This is gonna be, you guys have not seen this yet. So if you show this to Rolly, since you're going down there, because Rolly hasn't seen it yet either. But this is the new heel hook grip that we're doing. And GoCore just showed this to me like 3 months ago. So nobody's doing this yet. So normally, when I would go and say I was trying to get a heel lift, you know, you're kind of working this, and then he wants to pull this hand away, and all that kind of deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you're in that situation to where it goes there. Okay, so with this one right here, you just put your hand on the heel and you just reach this right here and you grab just his leg, his calf, and your hand's here. And then the trick is looking up. So you don't go, the angle used to be more like this, and it's not. It's here and here. And then you really focus more on bringing the toes down and lifting this up. So you can be on your side and do it, but you can also, with this grip here, it's more up and down, so I can stay flat on my back and I don't have to really bridge or anything. I just, like this. See, so it's a lot tighter. But the cool thing about this is, which hand would he want to grip? See, he tries to grip that top hand that's holding his foot.
Not reaching back there.
But just try, I'll give it enough pressure off. But as he pulls, try to grab that. If he pulls it down, so he's pulling it into this arm allows him to hold it, okay? If he grabs the other one, for one, that one's hard to pull, but even if he does pull it, it's still not affecting the lock. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not the one that's actually causing the problem.
Looking back.
Yeah.
Turn like this.
Yeah, so I just want to be here. It's much harder. The angle of the brake is a little more higher. So normally, let's say, foot, just fit it on. So his foot normally, it's more like this, and it's more tweak here. That's why they bitch about it a lot, and oh, it's hurting my knee. And this one really doesn't. See, because your leg can be straighter. It's more this angle. So there's really no tweak on the knee. It's a very
Isolated.
yeah. Like goes a heel lift, it can be more this way. This is more very specific on the angle and you know the part that it's breaking. You can have more distance too. You don't have to be like normally with a good heel lift, you like to be like really close. Keep that space. You know, it doesn't matter if it's like straight. Like normally it's better if it's bent. It doesn't really affect it as much because the angle is different. If you're doing just a regular straight ankle, like which grip do you prefer? Just say you just caught it now and you decided to.
I'm usually like wrist bone, right in the keys. You know, I try to kind of cut to the inside a little bit too.
Right. Okay. Now do that.
Okay.
But some problem. Go ahead and lock it up. So, and some problems with that when he goes to do that. Okay. Is again, is if the guy can boot, because if he can boot, and then he's strong enough to try to do it, it becomes more difficult. Okay. If I can get it where I turn my foot on either angle, like here, like if I shake it through, once I get it to there, he can try as hard as he wants now. Just because my toes just turn just that much, try real hard. It's not going to bother me so much now, okay? And as soon as, like I said, even if he goes there, he starts getting good pressure here. If I do anything to relieve that pressure, just as simple as that, open it up, and then he doesn't have it, okay? If instead you go with this grip, so you take, so that he can't boot, put his toes actually in your armpit. So if you try to boot, you're breaking your own toes. Okay, and then you put your palm here because normally you want to roll. Like do a running man, let's say you're gonna roll. Yeah, go ahead.
I don't want to roll.
No, it's really loose. It's real loose. See how I can go that way? We'll go back. But if I put this palm on here and here, then you try to roll. See, I have a better control. Okay, then as he wants to push in, if I take his instep right here and I line that up with my pec, it kind of body contours so that it's stuck here. So now, no matter where I get, you see how tight that's getting already? See, to the point that I don't even have to have my legs around you anymore. See, how, even if you're completely free, and if you keep going that way, watch what'll happen. Feel it?
Feel it.
Starting to break it.
Yeah.
So it's so tight of a grip that if I have my body, that's awesome. But if I don't,
Where does it put the pressure when he goes this way? You said
I just drive his knee into the ground. And then I start changing the angle of his heel. Now he's in a heel lift. I'm pushing his heel flat to the ground. See now, because I had it lined with my pec, I have that option of taking my pec and pushing his heel there, which works like an inside heel lift. It's not a heel lift like that version. It's a heel lift. It becomes a heel lift of like this angle. Yeah. Instead of this way, it's this way. See, because
that's dangerous, man.
because you see that angle there? My pec. So if he starts to get away and he starts running that way, see I drive that to the ground. Now it's an inverted heel lift. So getting the same effect. Not that I want him to do it. I'm just saying if he's good and he strips it, we haven't lost anything. So get that in there. The toes and the armpit stops the boot. The pec stops that, and this stops it from going that way. And then I like to bring this knee in
I
here.
feel that.
Yeah, so that my knee is here. Now I can just try to control it, and I wrap around, and you're just corkscrewing it all together like that. You know, so it won't matter, because a lot of times you can just be, he can be here, and if I just catch it here while we're still standing, now I can just tell him what direction I want him to go. Like pick left or right. Okay, that way. Now let's see. My that way or his that way? Just okay. So whatever you do, don't go that way.
Don't go that way.
Don't go that way. You see, I put the pressure there. Okay. Same if I want to go that way. See, or if I just want to go up. So I can control. That grip's going to give me where if you go this other way, you really only got one break of this way. See what I'm saying? And that regular first straight ankle like you did, you can break it that way. You can go that way, you can go belly down, but it's still the same. That way I can break it up, down, left, or right.
I grabbed a weak grip to finish. A lot of people standing up like that, and now that I know how to grab it, it's trouble.
Right. So that makes it a lot easier. That's a good grip. It's not that it's just harder to defend. You know, like if somebody gets me in just like a straight ankle lock like that, I know enough counters that I'll kind of let them get it usually because you could be a lot better at me at everything else. Like say, you're better at your geese, you're better at your top game, but for some reason, because it's cool now, you thought you wanted to be doing leg locks. You catch me on a leg lock, if I let you think you're doing the right thing, and then I counter you, you can beat people better than you.
That's what I've always done.
You know what I mean?
That's how it gets me. I bait him, I give him the leg, and a couple times it's failed me, but most of the time I end up giving him the leg so I can have this.